Yo, what's up? It's your favorite Samoan Barkeep here. I'm drinking every bottle on the bar. Today, we're going to dive into the new 4-year Willett Purple Top. Hey, thanks for coming back to the channel. I'm Tolley, your favorite Samoan Barkeep. I'm still drinking every bottle on the bar. We got another fresh crack here. Tonight, I'm going to dive into the new 4-year Purple Top. So this is supposed to be a regular shelfer now. Purple Tops. A lot of people like to rave about some of the super special ones, but they're also very, very pricey a lot of times. So, I'll check out this 4-year Purple Top, and I don't have a regular Purple Top, but I do have a sample one of my good friends sent me, so I'll compare it to this, which is a 9-year Purple Top. So here we go. Before we dive into these, go ahead and hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. You know how much it helps the channel. Hit me in the comments. What are your thoughts on these Purple Tops? They worth the $300, $400, $500, $600 plus price tag? I don't have a lot of experience with them, so let's see today. All right, so first let's start with the specs on these bottles. So the 4-year Family Estate bottled small batch bourbon is coming in at 123.6 proof. So there's that one. That's the 4-year Purple Top. I picked that up when I was in California for about $70. In Washington, after the hell tax, it's closer to like 120. Did the math wrong. Closer to like 110. So it was a lot cheaper for me to grab that when I was down in California. And I'm going to be comparing that with a 9-year Purple Top. This one is barrel number 2099, 124.8 proof. And the name on the back, I don't know if you can see that, it's a little small, but it is Mount Tahoma. So one of my good whiskey friends shared this sample with me. So I've had it for a while now. I'm finally going to dive into it. All right, so I got the sample bottle unwrapped. Now let's crack open the big one. Here we go, cork pop. Let's take off that little foil cap. There we go. Now cork pop. Kind of a meh on the cork pop there, but all right, let's get a nice little pour of that bad boy. Have it dribble down the side of the bottle like we always do. And then a little pour of this 9-year Purple Top to compare. And here we go. Let's start off with the 4-year shelfer. Yeah, it's definitely youthy on the nose. I get more ethanol than I do anything else. Now I'm getting a little bit of cinnamon, a little bit of not a whole lot of oak, cinnamon, some sweetness, caramel. Smells fine, doesn't smell amazing or anything. Smells like bourbon. So here we go. Let's try out this 4-year. Not as harsh as I was kind of expecting. So they did a great job blending this. Cinnamon and the heat definitely comes through on the palate. Doesn't come off as hot, but it gives you a nice little hug on that one. Man, that's a pretty solid pour. I love the flavor profile. It's nice and sweet. Touch of cinnamon, a little bit of oak on the finish. The cinnamon is not too heavy. That's one of the things I hate if it gets a super heavy, like cinnamon red hot flavor. But it just has a touch of that cinnamon kind of note. I mean, I don't know if it's worth the price for a 4-year for, depending on where you're at, for 60 to 70 bucks unless you're in Washington, but it's better than a lot of 4-year stuff I've tried. I'll say that. Overall, for me, I'd say 50 bucks is probably where I'd be at on this bottle. So the sticker price is a little high for me, but the flavor's good. All right, let's dive into this 9-year. I don't remember how much this one was, but I'm thinking it was around 400 bucks when this first came out. So let's check this one out. So 400 versus 70. All right, so this one you definitely can tell it's older. You get much more oak on the nose, much less ethanol. I don't get the cinnamon on the nose on this one. I just get lots of oak. It's got a little bit of a darker sweetness on this one. I liken it to more a little bit of brown sugar, and I'm also getting a little bit of a fruit note on this one. Kind of a mixture of a stone fruit, but then I get a little touch of a berry as well. It's interesting. Smells really good on the nose. Let's dive into the palate. All right, Mount Tahoma 9-year Purple Top. I mean, if I'm being honest, just taste-wise, I think I might like this 4-year better. This one, you definitely get a longer finish. You get more of that heat, even though they're relatively the same proof. But the tasting notes on this one are not the ones that I typically like. So it's really, really oaky. It's leaning a little bit kind of more towards tannic oaky. I get kind of I don't know if it's grass or hay or barnyard, something like that on the palate. The finish is just crazy compared to the other one, so it's still going on and on. The heat comes through much more. But just the particular tasting notes on this one are not my favorite. So this one is definitely much more complex, much longer finish. It's just the particular tasting notes on this one. I actually prefer the tasting notes on this one. So just remember the Purple Tops, the single barrels. They got tons of different mash bills. They got some that are Willett. They got some that are sourced. So there's a huge variety on Purple Tops. If you know anything about barrel number 2099 Mount Tahoma, you can hit me in the comments. Let me know if you know anything about the mash bill or anything about this one. I've found some Purple Tops that I've had are amazing, and other ones have not been amazing. So it just kind of depends on the barrel you get and the mash bill, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So, all right, well, hopefully that was helpful for you if you're thinking about grabbing the new 4-year Willett Purple Top. That's it. As always, thanks for watching. Have a good one. Cheers.